Welcome everyone to your blood moon in Pisces reading. Ooh, this is a big one, guys. This is a big one. This is one of the biggest shifts of 2025 because it is a total eclipse, meaning that it is bringing in that blood moon on September 7th or 8th, depending on where you are in the world, right? This is fated endings and new beginnings coming in. That's exactly what it's doing. It's sitting on that north node as well. So it is definitely bringing in that fate of what it is you need for your destiny. So let's get in here, guys, and see what's going on. Bringing out some cards here. We will also be looking at what the angels have to say, what the spirit needs to say about the situation, bringing in some messages, and then, of course, getting straight into your how it's going to affect your zodiac sign. Okay, so of course everything is time stamped, so you can find that in the description area. For this blood moon in Pisces, September 7th through the 8th. Full moon in Pisces, you can't even make that up. And that's exactly what's going on. We have a full moon in Pisces. It says it's time to forgive. This is a time to forgive. This is a beautiful moon, though, too, because not only is it talking about that, it's also talking about, you know what, it's time to forgive, because in the end, it's going to pull you towards shifting anyways. It's going to shift you. So it says just forgive, let go. This is, you know, an eclipse. And full moon anyways. Full moons are about letting go, forgiving, moving forward. And the eclipse wants you to do the same. And the next is new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Okay. I want you to pay attention to what the divine is talking about. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Very interesting. Actually, it is very interesting too, guys, because look, this blood moon isn't going to wait for you to prepare for the shift. Okay, it's going to throw you in there whether you're ready or not. So it's best to just, you know, get going with the things that you really want. It's going to pull you into the shift, right? Whether you know, are trying to do this, trying to do that, because it's not waiting for anyone. It's a blood moon. It says it's time to shift. It's time for the ending. This is fated. So when it says take your reality check, it's kind of like, okay, well, look towards what else, you know, what else is going around you. Okay. This is a time when fate is called in. It's saying no more of this. We're not doing this anymore. The whole world's going to shift. The whole world's doing something, and it's making a pure ending to the situation. This is where the endings and new beginnings are going to be intensified. You're also going to have a lot of spiritual ascension and downloads that are going to be accelerated. Right here it says go deeper with the new moon in Scorpio. Yes, because you're going to attune to the divine and go deeper as you're going to have a spiritual ascension. Many of you are going to get a lot of downloads. You're going to feel a lot of purification going on. Release the blocks. You're going to have a lot of blocks that are going to be released. This is first quarter more in Scorpio. Got a lot of the same signs going on here. I like that. And then at the bottom, you have last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details, which is beautiful because, I mean, we're in Virgo season. So I do like that that's coming in at the bottom. It's saying, hey, don't forget, right, that you still need to attend to the details. Even though this is a beautiful full moon in Pisces, okay, we still need to remember what zodiac season are we in. We're in Virgo. So make sure that you are still, right, paying attention to what needs to come, what needs to go. I think it's a lot too, guys, of, you know, don't let things shock you. Okay. Remember, a lot of things are going to be under review, right? Things are just going to start happening. Things are going to start falling away as the universe, as this, you know, the universe is taking and pulling these things away from you. If they're not good for you, they're going to be taken away. That's what fate means. especially when you have something like this. So forgive yourself, forgive your past, and move forward. Let's see what it says over here. Payback. Consequences returning. Karmic cycle. What goes around comes around. Time to settle accounts. Attune to the divine. Wake up call. Spiritual awakening. Sudden clarity. Urgent awareness. Can't ignore this anymore. Well, you know what? It's kind of crazy because I feel like this payback's kind of like on take a reality check, but it's kind of like on all of it. It's kind of like sitting right there like, hey, remember, we're sitting at the North Node, which is a part of karma, but it's also a part of your North Node is your destiny and where you need to be. It's kind of like karma says, okay, but it's saying it's time to wake up. This is an urgent awareness. Attune to the divine. You're being spiritually called towards what it is you truly need. Careful for people who are going to manipulate you at this time, gaslighting you. This is a reality distortion. Take a reality check. Wow. You know, don't let people gaslight you. This is not that time. And if they are, watch that karmic payback. Woohoo! Whoa. Think about that, though, for a second. You got the biggest shift of 2025 with faded endings and new beginnings, and you're going to have people over here who are unaware of what's really going on within the situation, using it to their own advantage of something that's not spiritual, of something that's very negative or trying to get their way. What do you think that's going to do? That's going to bring karma. So status upgrade, new achievements, improve social standings. You're leveling up. So you guys are definitely leveling up over here. This is time. Spirit says it's time to level up. It's time to shift these things around. If it's not needed for you, let's get them out of here. It's not needed anymore. You've done what you're supposed to do. Maybe you're having a hard time becoming, self-made. Loving this. If you're having a hard time and you're starting from nothing and you're trying your hardest, maybe this is where it feels like you're getting a level up. Now you can feel like you're creating your own path. Now you can feel like everything you've been working so hard for that's coming to nothing is now coming around to something. Because remember, there's always going to be something unless it's not made for you. Now, if you say, hey, you know what, though, gold, it never did come around. Well, then that means what? I just said it. Right? Reality. It's not good for you. I know, I don't like that. I hate that. And I hate saying things like that, right? But how am I going to sugarcoat that? What am I going to say? Oh, just wait till next time. No, if you've been working on something and it's not rooting, it's not doing anything, there's nothing there, right? Then that means it's not good for you. Either fix it or the spirit is trying to make it go away. Divine timing. Patience required, trusting the process, perfect timing, when it's meant to be. What did I just say? Either it's not meant to be now, and that's why it's not happening, or it's just not meant for you, or it needs some readjustment and you can try again. But you will know, because there's going to be something within you that says, wake up. If you bring yourself back into a reality and you really give yourself a reality check, you will know whether or not this is really meant for you. You can feel. You'll be able to feel. The divine wants you to feel. Do you really, are you looking at it from one point of view, or are you actually weighing your pros and cons? Right? So there's going to be a lot of endings and new beginnings going on around you. Some you're not going to like. They're going to give you wake-up calls that no one wants to go through. These are lessons learned. These are where the growth through experiences make you become more wise than you were before. Right? Doing the shadow work. That's what the moons are about. Doing the shadow work. Getting you triggered. Yeah, there's going to be things because what? You're ascending. And that's really what the blood moon is. It's about ascension. Spiritual growth. Higher awareness. Taking that next level. Becoming conscious of what's going on around you. Ooh. Man, bringing in soul contracts and overnight success. This is beautiful with a recharge. Make sure you guys are recharging so that way you have your glow up. Because, yeah, it's going to be, yeah, it's complicated, but there's also divine intervention for your big break. You know, it's all about, yeah, being brand new. I'm just loving these cards because it's like, here you go. Right? Big break. Divine intervention. Unexpected guidance. Universe stepping in undirected paths. Saved you just in time. What did I say? Let them go. Universe says this isn't good for you. Downloads are accelerated. Making you brand new again. Bringing in fresh new beginnings of where you're supposed to be. Well, alrighty. Let's go. Let's get over here and see what the angels have to say. Now we're going to go over here and look and see some divine messages from Spirit on this situation. Even though we kind of already see exactly where they're going, they're saying, hey, this is what you need. This is a great time for manifestation. Don't forget that. It's supercharged. And this moon isn't messing around. It's course correct. You got to be kidding. I mean, look, it's just saying the same thing. Spirit says this is a course correct. Because that north node, the new moon sitting on the north node, this is a course correct. I want you to get where it is you need to be. If it's someplace you don't need to be, anything that doesn't line up with your current destiny is under review. It's under review. That's why things are not happening or things are happening. It'll let you know, right? As long as you have faith and trust, but you're going to have a lot of faith and trust within the universe at this time. We'll get to the manifestation in just a minute too, guys, okay? I'll let you guys know what that's like. But right now, we really want to get to this shift because it really wants you to understand 050550. Wow, those are just total 100% changes. So it says, this is a course correct. If the obstacle or diversion has interrupted your plans, this card is here to assure you that delay is bringing you into the opportunity to pause and reassess in order to refine your direction, fine-tune it, or get rid of it. We just already talked about that, didn't we? So this one says the eye candy, intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, and potential. Get some fresh air or call your pals over. Time to relax, heal, get yourself into a place of meditation, get yourself into a place of where you feel like you are healing and that you are rejuvenating, right? You definitely want to be rejuvenating. Detox, clearing toxicities, karmic cycles. You can meditate. However, 0505, unexpected shift, divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, and that gut feeling. And we talked about that over here. If you have a gut feeling, right, do not allow these things, does not allow your intuition to come in to have that gut feeling. If you know that whatever you're working on needs to be reassessed, needs to be either dumped because it's not going anywhere or needs to be fine-tuned, then that's what you need to do. But don't put yourself into a place of illusion. Don't disillusion yourself. That's why you need a reality check. This blood moon brings in a reality check. It's going to make you see things you don't sometimes want to see. Of course not, because that's what the ending is. This number serves you as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in someone else's arms, your dream job, or somewhere, wherever it is the hell you want to be. Making those breakthroughs, allowing those endings to happen. They're there for your divine good. It's your divine intervention. Wow. I love how they're sitting together. Look at that. Your big break for your divine intervention because you're becoming brand new, because you're ascending. You've learned the lessons of what you need, and you're having that fucking wake-up call. It's like, wake up. Wake up. Woohoo. Absolutely, guys. Take it. Ending cycles. 2323. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows in that change. So it's saying this is the time of change. I want you to take this change. Universe makes us shift. This is how eras are different. This is how eras are made. It's how centuries change, shifts, right? And we want to make sure too that when we're manifesting, give me something for manifestation. Yeah. Manifesting. When you're manifesting over here, guys, remember this manifestation is not for light. This is a bold red moon. This is the moon that is saying, hey, take bold steps with courage. Let's get it done. We want it deep. We want it loud. We want it now. This isn't to just whisper to the universe and say, I think I want that. No, no, no. There has to be a certainty. This eclipse is all about certainty. You know where you want to be. You know who you are, and you know exactly what it is. So you, my friend, you tell the universe exactly the way you want it. And this is about contracts, not just some wish. This is you building a contract with the universe saying, this is what it is. And remember, law of assumption is actually the best way to do this. You assume you already have it, but also remember, right, that even if you assume that you have, you know, $100,000 in the bank, or that you made that big deal, right? You're never going to go spend that. Don't spend that. You know, you don't have that really, right? But you're making yourself, because remember, your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imaginary. That's just the truth. I mean, Carl Jung came to that conclusion. Neville Goddard, they've all come to the conclusion throughout science that the mind does not know the difference between your imagination and what's reality. So if you tell yourself, I have $2,000 in the bank, I just tell myself I have $1,000, $2,000 in the bank extra, but I don't touch that because that's saved money. It's like retirement money. That's for, you know what I mean? Like, you don't touch it. And then next thing I knew, I actually had $1,000 in the bank. Now you could say, yeah, well, that's because you allowed it to grow. Right? Could be a possibility. I'm not going to give up science, right? I'm not going to give up reality. You allowed it to grow that way. Absolutely. But I will tell you one thing, though. Law of assumption. I did assume that I was going to make $500 a couple of months ago, and I actually made $500. In personal readings, guys, that's a lot of money in personal readings. It was, I tried to do it for 3 or 4 months. It never worked, and then all of a sudden it worked. Why? Because I believed it was going to work. That's what I believe. If you don't want to believe, that's fine. You know, everybody has their own belief system. I'm not going to make you believe something you don't want to. That's not my job. My job is to let you know how I seen it and collaborate with you. Thank you. To share my knowledge. just share my knowledge with you. Okay? Whether you like it or not, right? I'm standing on my ground. Yes, I'm standing on my ground. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to share that with you. But, yeah. And then, of course, the next one is forgiving ourselves, which is crazy. There it is again. But, yeah, no matter what, this is a very forceful eclipse when it comes to manifestation. Okay? So I just want you guys to know that. Okay? It doesn't want to lollygag. It is very supercharged, and it's going super strong. Okay? So, if you guys really like this video, hit that big old like button. Never get enough likes over here. Like, well, we really don't really get likes, but that's cool, you know, whatever. And if you really like it and want to continue to be here and be part of the circle of friendships over here, hit that big old subscribe button. That way you don't ever miss a video. Partnerships. You're creating a strong and successful partnership. Yes. I love that the Spirit is letting you know what, now is the time that partnerships are going to come through. You're going to see a lot of that. You're going to have a lot of divine help, a lot of interventions going on as you're being pushed towards what it is that you're truly, truly needing as you are shifting. Look at that, shifting. Ooh, and the bottom card is the planner, the teacher, the transporter, and unlocking all kinds of new growth and new experiences for yourself. There's a lot of things going on over here, my friends. Okay, so let's get over here and go straight now to each sign. I'm actually going to take a couple of these cards with me. Okay. Going straight from Aries to Pisces. How is this lunar eclipse full moon going to affect Aries? Recovery from financial loss, spiritual poverty, having some kind of improvement going on. Ooh, releasing creative blocks. I think you guys had that once before as well. These moons really like to give you back your creative blocks over here. Let's see what's going on over here with a manifestation card. Whatever seems to be overwhelming you. Also watch your anxiety levels at this time, Aries, because it could make you feel a little impatient. Okay, and a little overwhelmed. But I do like that your creativity is going to come back. It's going to get you, for those of you who are in bands, writing, doing any kind of creative, passionate work, it does look like you're going to start opening up to those works of passion. Okay, it says don't wobble. It wants you to know that you're let's see, you are facing tough choices, but deep down inside you know what you need to do. This card is here to validate your deeper knowing and the decisions that you are making. As you move forward, your anxiety will ease and you will refine your balance. That's what we just talked about. Watch that anxiety. Okay, and let's get some money cards. See how your money is going to take a turn here within the month. The next couple of months. Remember, after this, too, guys, we're going to have a solar eclipse on the 21st. So, okay, let's see. Lunar eclipse. Transporter. This card is a sign that things will start moving for you quickly. You may need to travel for work or take action on financial matters at this time. Okay. Very nice. I like that. You know what? Let's get an angel number for you, too. Why not? Spirit wants you to understand, for you Aries, that 777 perseverance is for you. There's a need to change your perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within and you'll just know what is the next step for you. So just change your perspective and watch for reflection to bring in enlightenment. Ooh, there's that ascension. Talking to the angels, 777. Love it. Gosh, that was beautiful. Huh. That's a message for Taurus. The Temperance and the Fool. Wow. Okay. Balance and harmony is going to be needed at this time with moderation and patience. Finding the meaning is going to be a big thing for you at this time. As you're literally leaping into a new beginning of possibilities, you need to trust within this possibility with blind faith and allow the adventure to unfold for you using your optimism. So make sure that you are staying very optimistic about this, as you do have the sun at your back over here. Okay, so just kind of looking over here like, how did I do that one? Okay. I want to do them the same. Okay, so let's see. Manifesting card for Taurus. Wow, you're going to have a lot of spontaneous moments over here. It's bringing in this huge, huge new beginning. Persevere. It says, who would have thought that a humble acorn could grow into a mighty oak tree? But of course, this takes time. Whatever you're involved in, this card brings a message of reassurance. Your hard work and continued effort and dedication will come to fruition. You are asked to persevere and trust, which is interesting because your beginning of the month reading, I think it was your beginning of the month reading, was, yeah, your beginning of the month reading was talking about feeling like you were getting to the end for this new beginning, feeling like you were getting rewarded for the hard work that you put through. And that's crazy because that's literally kind of what this persevere is. It's kind of like you were this little acorn who's grown into this mighty tree. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that was it. But it's all about trust. So now you just need to really trust within this situation as things are taking a huge turn for you. Perfection. You know, that's crazy because isn't that the next card that was over here? The next card coming out for you, Taurus, was imperfection, and now you got perfection. That's crazy. That was literally the next card coming out. So perfection over here says, give up your perfectionist. It's causing delays in your finances. You won't move forward if you don't conquer the fear of failure. You have what it takes to improve your finances. You are enough. Keep going strong. Okay. Love it. And the angel number for you. $12-12, persistence. You gotta be kidding. This is like, I mean, because with the temperance to the persevere, you got to figure that's like persistence. Only for the fact that it's like, I'm going to continue to keep going. But they want you to understand that with the persistence, though, too, that you are shifting. You're shifting from one area of your life to another. This is about shifting, gratitude, contentment, new experiences with the Fool card, persevering with the, like I said, with the temperance to the perseverance for the perfection. This is, wow. I mean, they really want you to understand that what you're doing, you are literally pushing yourself into this new area. Even if you don't feel it, you're already there. You've already done it. It's like your foot's already in the door. This one says, oh, happy day, an ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or epic romance is also in the cards. So it doesn't even have to be about money. It could also be about love. Yeah, the bottom is lessons learned. Here it is. Life lessons. It says you've already learned the lessons. You've learned everything that you need. That's the same, guys, as the beginning of the month reading. If you guys haven't watched the beginning of the month reading, go watch that because it's exactly what it's talked about. All the things that you've been through is not for something in vain. It's definitely something that you've done, Taurus, that is now bringing you into this new shift of what it is you truly want for your own happiness. Okay. Wow. Gemini. Difficult decisions weighing you down, avoiding any kind of deadlock, any kind of decision that makes you feel like you're not sure which way to go. That makes us go back to over here. Hold on, guys. Because this is going to go to the brand new you, the lessons learned, the breakthrough, right? But this is also going to be about, hold on. Because it's going to be release your blocks as well. Yeah, this is going to definitely divine timing for closure because you're moving forward. You know, attuning to the divine, but not understanding which way you're going. But that's going to bring the big break. But I also feel like you might have somebody gaslighting you as well. That's keeping you from avoiding what it is you want. Like maybe they're telling you, no, Gemini, that's not the way it works. That's crazy, right? No, but in the end, it's almost like if you sit down, you relax, and you allow the divine intervention over here and ascending, you're going to see exactly what's coming towards you, and it's going to allow you to push yourself to the limit of what it is you truly need. So therefore, it would be a little bit of shadow work as well, which is fine because, I mean, that's Cancer, you know, moon energy, and that's just facing those fears and acceptance. But I think that somebody is also, for some of you, telling you this is crazy, you can't do that, or that's you know, that's an illusion. I don't feel, they're saying that's not an illusion. That's a Chariot. That's a fated card. That's saying, no, if you get determined and you look with courage the way you're supposed to be moving. Yeah, the next card out is the Queen of Wands. That confidence, and yeah, you're going to have a glow up. Let's see what your manifestation card is. That's crazy. Don't listen to others because that's gaslighting. Now I see where the gaslighting is coming through in the reading. And triggered, that will obviously trigger you as well. And it's also going to make you, it's going to make you hesitate to move forward. Absolutely. This is spiritual warrior. The pathway of the spiritual warrior and the calling of your soul. Yeah. You do what's right for you, Gemini. Do not let other people tell you what's good for you and what's not, because this is the time when Spirit says this is about your shift. This is about you. This is about where you need to be for yourself, your family. You know what's right. And it does, and if it's not right for you anyways, it's going to push you out of what's not needed for you. You know, it's crazy. I almost feel like if this is going this way, they're going to end up pushing this person away from you. If this person ends up being too much of a nuisance of bad karmic cycles, remember, it pushes bad people away. So if you start realizing that this person all of a sudden starts getting pushed into the background, when all of a sudden they're just ghosted, gone. Don't see it as a bad thing. It means the universe said that person's not good for you. I took them away from you. They need to go do their own thing. You guys are not good for each other, or your karmic contract is over. Unfulfilled. You might be emotionally attached to a job that no longer serves you, and that could be it too. Maybe it's a job. Maybe that's what's gaslighting you. Reflects on your wants and needs and consider making a change. You're unhappy with your income, but afraid to make the changes. Maybe we're talking about a job for a lot of you. Take it, put it where it needs to be. This is a general reading. Mend what needs mending. It's all broken, but all is not lost, because everything's going to start being repaired. Absolutely. Holy schniz. Okay, well, Spirit says no, because I'm gonna repair it. Let's see what the Spirit really has to say over here with the angel numbers. 999, lessons learned. Come on, you can't make that up. That's it right there. Life lessons. Why? Because life lessons says gained wisdom, completing the cycle, growth through experience. I'm wiser now. And this one says, lessons learned. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to remain optimistic and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that your powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and your rewards go to you. Let's just put it that way. It's kind of weird. It's kind of messed up. Anyways, who cares, right? Because it's up to you anyways. As you can see it, it says yo. I think we talk about this one a lot though. Because what? And the reward goes to yo. Sorry, I forgot the you. Okay, so yo, that's yours, okay? But no, that's why. And that's the end. 999 is the end to the beginning. That's why I said, if you see this job all of a sudden becoming a place where you don't feel comfortable anymore, and you feel like you really, like something else is coming in with divine timing, or this person starts moving back into the ground and starts ghosting you, let it go. Ooh, my ear's ringing. Hold on, I'm gonna grab it, the angel message. Ooh, that's a long one. We'll talk about a message. I have a message coming in. Hold on. Blessings in disguise. Thank you. That's mine, guys. I want to thank all of you for that blessing in disguise, because I just heard it's mostly from you. 0606. I just got goosebumps. Okay. Commitments. Okay. So anyways, those are mine. Whew. Just got hot in here, guys. Okay. Ready? Beautiful Cancerians. Okay. Lack of faith, despair, discouragement, and insecurities. Trustworthy is now the new beginning. Oh. Okay, so you're being pushed onto a place of your legacy, because that's what it's doing anyways. Remember, it's pushing us to a place where this is where our destined calling is. Remember, because it says anything that doesn't live up with your current destiny is under review. Yeah. What's your legacy? What's your, where are you going? Okay. So, inspired willpower, beginnings, and opportunities with growth. You're ascending. Star card. Dreaming, ascending, time to manifest. It says, go ahead and manifest, Cancer. Yes, for the miracles. Oh, schniz. Okay, hold on. Oh, go ahead and manifest for your miracles. Let's get those miracles going. A lot of you already have transformation. You already have the transformation. That's why the butterfly is here. So you already have the butterfly effect from earlier within the year. I don't care if it was last month, last week, doesn't matter. It's saying you already have a transformation. You've already met some of the protocols to have the miracle come in. For others of you, it's time to really get out there what it is you truly want and really find that destiny and unlock the key to your success. Okay. I love the way that this is said, though. This is 33. That's literally angel message. But I do love this because it says we tend to perceive miracles only when our personal desires are met. And yet when we look back, almost all of us will be able to recall a crisis or a challenge that ultimately proved to be a miraculous turning point or an extraordinary gift. This card asks you to see the miracles that surround you right now and in every situation. So pretty much what it's saying, guys, is so many people, and believe you and me, doing tarot for almost 40 years, let me just tell you something. How many people literally sit here and can tell me face to face, in my face, looking me straight in the eye and tell me I have never had a miracle. I don't believe in miracles. I've never had them. And I will always recall the one, because the one woman had 3 children. One child almost died. And it was a miracle that that child didn't die. It was by the grace of God and grace of the universe that that child didn't die. But she didn't want to see it as a miracle. But when I started making her write down all the things that could have went wrong that ended up a miracle, then she realized, oh, I guess those are miracles. Of course they're miracles. It's a miracle you're sitting here. So remember, it doesn't matter how small or how large the miracle is. Miracles come in so many different ways. Odd jobs. Consider diversifying your income sources to increase financial stability. A second job, odd jobs, freedom, more important than financial security. Taking a transition job is okay, even if it doesn't lead to a career. So it's saying if you have, like, you get any kind of odd jobs, make sure to take those. It's kind of a miracle in its own way, because it's actually going to help you with your own financial securities in its own way. So, okay, so this says you're being angelically helped at this time and pushed to trust within the universe, knowing that you will be provided for. Pay attention to the signs that your angels are sending you right now, because they're sending you small miracles along the way. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Think about it. If you're looking for some, extra little job and you're having a hard time finding one, then all of a sudden it pops up, you could think of that as being a miracle. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's the way it's supposed to be seen, right? Because, and not only that, it's also supposed to be, that you will actually have gratitude for it, so that way things can happen faster for you, right? Yeah, precarious. You're experienced many financial highs and lows, and that's what they're trying to get you past, is getting past these highs and lows of financial, because it just feels like you're on a wave over here, right, guys? So it's kind of like there's fast changes regarding your money and unexpected turn in your finances as long as you're allowing it. But the problem you're having right now is your money flowing in might be very quick for some of you, and then leave very quick, leave very fast. Okay, and then for others of you, I also kind of feel like it can come in very, very slow. And then, it can also not stay very, like I'm having a really hard time getting money into my hands. And then it just feels like as soon as I have it, it's gone. Well, that's what Spirit's trying to do. It's trying to give you the extras and help you with the extras, as long as you have trust and faith within the universe. Okay. Faith and trust is going to be a big thing for everybody. $1122, great shift. There it is, because you're going through a great shift. This is where you're going to focus your positive energies towards your efforts and then make them in your favor as you're bringing in your intuitions and your intentions. So making sure that you're seeing it intuitively, like, hey, you know, if I do this, I totally can see where it's coming from, right? Because you're going to be very intuitive and very poised about the situation. I do feel like you're going to see a lot of things. I mean, you do have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. She sees everything, guys, right? She's very clear-minded. She can perceive everything that's going on. So I do feel like that's where it's going to come from, and that's going to open up your intuition. You're highly intuitive, Cancer, so, you know, just take it. Because it's not saying you're going to be blocked with any kind of blockages from intuition. If anything, the blood new moon is going, or blood full moon, lunar eclipse, however you know what I mean, saying it's a lunar eclipse, whatever. It's bringing in clarity for certain signs, and then other signs it's going to kind of shut them down. So you're definitely going to be on the one that's going to be on a clear mind. We see that, like I said, right here. And then, of course, we have the Three of Cups. So it says, yes, it's going to bring in that collaboration from the universe to be able to get to what it is. And what is it? For your money. See, everything's lining up. So there you go. It's all lining up because it's trying to put you into this place of money. So that way you can manifest what it is you truly need to. That way you can get the messages that you need. But it's not just messages from other people so much. It's also messages and downloads from the universe. Okay? Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Leo. Manifesting and collaboration, building something. This is the time where Spirit says you're building. It's time to manifest what it is you truly want at this time for your own financial independence and opportunities. There's going to be a lot of developments going on around you and a lot of teamwork. If you're looking for that new job, now is the time to really find that job. Yeah, stay on course. Here says stay on course. You're facing some big stuff right now in your life, and this card is required and requesting you to keep going and staying on course. However challenging this may feel. I know it sounds weird. I read it weird. Sorry, guys. Please be assured that right now this is appropriate way forward. The universe supports your direction, and slow, steady progress is assured. So pretty much what it's saying is, yes, it's going to feel like this is kind of a challenge for you, but it's actually saying, say yes to the dress at the bottom of the deck. So that's what you're going to see coming in the end. So I do like that. So it's saying, yes, there's a huge change over here. You're taking on a butterfly effect. And the card is 50. So there is definitely a shift going on for your money. Trust that the universe has a bigger plan for you than you can imagine. Spend time in nature to heal, soothe your mind, and regroup. I love that. Okay. So, yeah, this is going to be a beautiful time for you. 666 reflect. Yeah. Also a great time to do some shadow work when we're talking about reflecting, because that is part of reflecting and facing any kind of hidden fears or anything that doesn't serve you. This is love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. So this is put your faith in your gut and inner voice, pay attention to your feelings, and use them to help you become the better person that you are within, your life. So I do like that, guys. I love that. Overall card over here for you. I just want to get an overall card real fast. Something from your past is returning. Maybe an old job or an unfinished project. Could even be a person, so be careful of that. That's kind of like the warning thing. It says, teacher, you have the ability to inspire others and unlock your true potentials. But it's also, have you learned much about this situation? So this is like the lessons learned, right? So I do feel like it's kind of like, did you learn your lesson about this situation? And it almost feels kind of Mercury retrograde in its own way there. But I like it too because it's also saying you're a very good teacher. Maybe you did some teaching in the past as well. So it's saying, you know what? Hey, if you wanted to go do coaching, motivational speaking, teaching, anything like that, remember what you did from the past. You did amazing. You can go do it again. Also love that as well. Okay. like this one too. It says you've learned much about money. Now is the time to put it into practice. It's saying you learned so much about money. Now you can put it into practice. Hey, if you're putting it into practice, you know what that means. It means you're getting a lot of money. Just saying. Just saying. How are you going to put something into practice if you ain't got any? Right? So this is literally saying you got money. Let's see what that says. Yeah. What was the bottom of the deck? Rebel. What's the next card out? Ooh, shift. Okay. Well, you can't practice with something if you ain't got it, right? So let's go. Virgo. Personal transition. Unfinished business. Lack of faith, despair, discouragement. It really wants you to look at yourself from disconnecting. It wants you to attune to the divine and really take in that reality check. It's actually bringing you into some kind of divine intervention over here, because it's saying, I want you to redirect what it is you're doing as you are going forward, right? Because you have some kind of major opportunity coming, some kind of life-changing event is coming through, and you do have the strength card at the bottom of the deck with the lovers. So definitely it is pushing you, and you have 3 major arcanas. It is fated, and the star is destiny. So it's saying I'm pushing you to your fated destiny over here, but I really want you to pay attention. There's going to be subtle details going and coming. It's almost like they're coming and going. It feels very fluid. Kind of like a wave. They're going to come through, they're going to go away. Come through, go away. Like a wave. So interesting. For some of you, it's also going to be about love. You're going to have a new love or a new passion coming through. For some of you, are definitely getting some kind of new love. But it's also going to be about how you're valuing life and the experiences they're throwing at you. And it's going to kind of make you want to do some shadow work. It says grace. When you sit in a relationship with grace, we see every situation through the eyes of love, fostering our desires to meet life with understanding, compassion, and kindness. There it is. Okay. So yeah, it's asking you to view your situation with the grace, beauty, and understanding of what is possible and what choices are there for you. That's definitely bringing in that love card, that lover's card of choices and possibilities, aligning you with new things that are better for you. It's almost like the universe is saying, I'm aligning you to things that are better for you at this time, but I want you to understand that there are choices. There's always choices. For some of you, it's parenthood. Healing your inner child can unlock the path to financial abundance. Remember to nurture yourself as you work toward your goals. Okay, that would be having that compassion. Shift, you are taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change, the course. You've reached the end of the road where you can't continue to be here anymore, Virgo. You have to shift. You're being encouraged to shift. There's going to be some things that are going to be definitely taken away from you with this transition. There's going to be a lot of loss. This is at the bottom of the deck with the world. So this is definitely a fated shift that's going on within you and around you. It's kind of like blah, 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 right? Yeah, why? Because it's saying not only is it going to take things away from you that's environmental, but it's also shifting things inside of you. So it's internal to external. You might already start feeling that. Like maybe you lost your job and you're like, I was fired. Why the fuck am I fired? Because Spirit says you have something better. You have something better that's coming your way. I don't want you there. That's, it's not good for you. Remember, we already talked about that over here. If you guys, didn't watch the very beginning of the video, it's pretty wise to do so, right? So that way you understand what's going on here, because this links to here. I think I'm going to start saying that from now on. I just thought about that. But it is true. Yeah, 0909, new beginnings. Great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusions, and the big love. Yeah, but that's it. That's because you're on this new adventure is unraveling for you and pushing you forward. And I'm going to say it again for those of you, because I know some of you just did not watch the very beginning. It literally says it's marking the time period when fate is called in to make uncomfortable, intensified endings and new beginnings, right? Okay. Just make sure I put that in there. No, because I think that your reading here, they're all adding up, but I think yours is really the biggest to this situation so far. They're all adding up no matter what. But yours is like, boom, that's the whole reading, and it's almost its whole self right there. Okay. But you know, we're in Virgo season too. Hold on, guys. What was it? Attend to details. That's totally what you're doing, though, too. But that's normal for you to do that because it's your own zodiac energy. But I like that, though, too, because it's saying then you're gonna release to go deeper. Yeah. Okay. Just let it go. But that's it. Libra. Oh my gosh. To the Wheel of Fortune, to the King of Pentacles, and I see it over there too, to the King of Cups. Emotional. Look at that. I'm just going to bring this in for you guys. You do have a twin flame coming in, and this can bring new love in. I just want you to know that. I'm going to set these on the side for you, because that's like a side message. That's crazy. Because, yeah, it literally says you're getting, this is bringing in all kinds of different areas of your life. Okay. Just going to leave this here, down here for me, okay, until it comes back up. But it's saying it's definitely opening doors with wishful thinking. I don't know what you're doing, Libra. But it's saying you're searching for this purpose. It is time for you to examine everything about your life. It wants you to examine your wealth, your love, your happiness. Your intuition is going to be off the chart over here. You're going to feel emotionally stable, which I do like. But remember, you will probably have a little bit of imbalance, probably when it first starts coming in, the first couple of days when the portal opens for the full moon before the eclipse. But I do feel after the eclipse happens, probably around the 9th and the 10th, you're going to start feeling very stable about the situation, feeling like I am more clear about something. My intuition is so on target. But I do feel like for the first couple of days coming up, guys, you're going to feel a little like emotional, I don't know, almost like an emotional whiplash. Definitely. Emotions back and forth. You might even cause headaches. Because it almost feels like it's kind of disillusioning you to put you into this place of what's real and what's an illusion. But it wants you, oh my God, this is, some of you guys' readings are like tripping me out because they're so big and so spiritual. No, because it wants you to see right here. You're ascending, but it wants you to take a reality check. See, you're doing it right here. You're taking this reality check. You're taking the reality check because you're feeling like it's an illusion right now. You might even feel it right now as I'm watching this video. And then for some of you, a couple of days when the portal first opens, you might start feeling that way. And then it wants you to attune to the divine. It says, no, settle down. It's okay. It's just giving you a wake-up call to what is real and what's fantasy. Go deeper. It doesn't really want you to see it, though, like that, because what you're trying to do, though, it's supporting you. It's not an illusion, Libra. You're literally on the Wheel of Fortune. You're literally, your life cycle change and destiny is changing. Your awareness is changing. It's an inevitable fate of the way that you're moving. You're moving towards this prosperity within leadership, security, wealth, whatever, because at the bottom of the deck, you're also the Emperor. But it's like having this greater understanding. Yes, as you're doing some shadow work, do shadow work. Right, it's almost like because it feels like there's some kind of an attachment, or you might be hanging around with people who are codependent. Remember that toxicity. Remember it said in the very beginning, and if you didn't watch the beginning, then you guys have to go back, but it says clearing toxicity, karmic cycles, detox yourself, opening up to a higher vibration. You can detox with meditation. If you guys need help with meditation, I do have a meditation channel, which is in the description area under every video. But yes, and that's what it's saying. Maybe you are just holding on to something that's making you feel like it's an illusion. When we hold on to things that keep us attached to restrictions, it keeps us down. It says you can't have that. It restricts us from having things that we really want, and that's what it's talking about. And over here, for some of you, you definitely have a twin flame, or really deep, I'm not even going to say twin flame, just a deep soulmate connection. I hate saying twin flame all the time because it's only less than 1% to 1% of the population. But definitely having a deep soulmate connection over here to what you really need. Okay? Yeah, because see, it's saying bless your past. Bless your past, let it go. Get rid of that devil. That devil's giving you restrictions, saying you can't be wealthy, you can't do this, you're not going to ascend. That's BS. You know what I'm saying? However it is, whatever this is, you guys know what this is. It says the useful tool to help us to let go of any emotional residue that is still clinging to us from the past experiences to bless your past. Say, you know what, without my past, I couldn't be here in the present. So whatever toxicities I may have done, I don't care if it's addictions, I don't care if I was, you know, this, that, or the other, I don't care. I'm not that person anymore. Bless it. Say, you know what, it made me who I am today. It made me wiser. It made me stronger. It made me help maybe other people who have addictions, toxicities, whatever. Shit happens. Welcome to Earth. You know, we all have something. No one's an angel. So materialism, whatever it is, but it's saying bless it and move past it. And don't hold on to it. Holding on to it is not celebrating the contribution of getting past something. Blessing it and saying, you know what, I am who I am today because of this. You know what, I chose that path. It's done. It's over with. Let it go. That way I can get back to where I need to be. It's going to, because remember this lunar eclipse is pushing you towards your destiny of where you're going, what you need, putting you into a self-made mode. Okay. Walk your talk. You know who you are. That's it. I mean, that's it. I just... The planner. Take stock of your finances and identify what needs to change. It's crucial to make a plan so that way each day counts. If, you know, plan that money. Okay. Manifesting. All the tools you need to increase your income are within your reach. Great things are coming to you very soon. An opportunity may arise for you. Showcase your talents. It's all going to be about manifesting and spirituality. Ooh. Oh. Okay. But I think a lot of you have already manifested everything. You're already, you know, you're like stepping through a portal over here, but you're like half in, half out. Oh, like the temperance. You're like tempting the waters, aren't you? 12-12, persistence, shift, enthusiasm, gratitude, contentment, new experiences. An ample opportunity related to your life's purpose is just around the corner. Take the immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership, an epic romance, what did I say, is on the way. 12-12, that's twin flame numbers, so. Ones and twos, guys. Ones and twos. Okay, let's go. Keep manifesting till the universe what you want. Scorpio. Make sure that you understand where you're going over here, Scorpio. There's some carelessness and maybe some arrogant person around you, but it's pushing this person away from you as you are on a new beginning and a fool's journey. If you feel like somebody is being pushed out of your life, but you can't understand why they're really being pushed out, and it feels weird, like it really does feel like there's been a brick wall set up between the two of you, it's because that's divine doing so. It is pushing you away from them so that you will go after what it is you truly need, which is exactly where you need to be. Remember, the lunar eclipse is taking out things that are no longer needed for our lives. Those contracts are dead and over with and cutting cords. So this is about also saving money, taking back control. So Spirit says make sure that you are saving money, taking back control, and staying good on your commitments. It's bringing new commitments into your life. Love it. So there's going to be a lot of cord cuttings going on, whether it's in, why did I lose this job? I thought I was good at this job. Don't see it as you lost a job. See it as you are getting prepared to get a better job. Expectations, 15. Expectation is a form of memory. Our past experiences color our expectations of future circumstances and outcomes. You are asked to release any form of negative expectations based on past experiences and center yourself in the infinite possibility of now. Don't worry about what happened in the past. Think about what's going on now. Love it. So get your money, money. Pushing things away that no longer serve you. Retail. If you have an idea in mind, this is giving you the green light that there is a need for it. So it's pushing things that are, like I said, it's pushing things toward you that you need. It's going to probably start, you're going to start having this big break where it's going to feel like, whoa, hold on a second. What is this? Okay. Yep, absolutely. Some things that you actually went for in the past as well might be coming back around. I see it in the past. So you might have put out maybe 2 weeks ago and you haven't heard anything back from somebody, and now all of a sudden it's coming back through. So you might want to watch that as well, because that's kind of like the universe saying there was nothing there at that time, but there's something here now. Okay. It was all about divine timing. So 1313, starting fresh, encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, and communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build your confidence and trust in your decision. Yeah, this is going to be all about divine timing, closures, shadow work, and of course, big breaks. And that wake-up call, because that wake-up call is going to be right here, because it's going to be the one that's going to be like, wait, what just happened? Yeah, because of the expectations. But I love the expectations, though, because it's like, okay, well, it was, I expected it to go this way. It didn't, but now it's coming back around. Woohoo! Love that. Yeah, because 1616 is the bottom. The angels say, hey, this was because of all your readjustments over here, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Head over heart, discipline, truthful, mental clarity. This is going to be where you're going to feel like you're going to see some unexpected delays that are coming up. This is where you're going to have to feel like there's some kind of new approach that's going to need to be made about the situation. So I do feel like you're going to have to do some shadow work, exploring some kind of darker truth to be able to see the truth within the situation. You're going to have to definitely attend to some kind of details, but I like that because that's talking about, you know, attending to the details over here with the last quarter moon in Virgo. Understanding, yeah, pushing yourself back onto the right path. I do feel like there's going to be something that's going to get your attention as you're starting this new shift and this new beginning of possibilities. But you're really going to have to figure out what's going on within the situation, where I'm going to have to change things around. There might even be some extra responsibility and hard work that's going on around you. But I also feel like there's something that's going on around you that says, no, you don't have to do it this way. You're going to have to learn to work smarter, not harder. Because you're definitely doing something that feels like it's taking extra time to complete, but it's not necessary. I also feel like you could be getting gaslighted. I feel like somebody could be confusing you, or somebody could be throwing on extra weight. That's their job. And it just feels like Spirit says, absolutely, gossip and drama. And Spirit's going to take that away. He's like, hey, you know what? You can either sit right here if you want to, or you can take this route. It does feel like there's going to be a lot of gossip and drama, but I love this. You have a voice. Ooh, jeez. You know, it's like, hey, you know what? You're putting on all this extra weight on me. You're talking shit about me. You're doing all of this crap behind my back. But remember, I do have a voice. I am going to open up my mouth. I am going to say something about this situation. Doing so is going to change the situation so much. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's time for you to stand up and take back your power in the situation. This is the shift that you need. You are taking your career in a totally different direction. You've reached the end of the road where you cannot continue. Business, do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You've got this. Raise your awareness and think bigger if you want different outcomes. Wow. You know, and it's crazy because it just feels like, yeah, somebody is over here in the workplace or wherever they are, you know, and they're kind of slowing down the process or giving you too much work. There's too much gossip, too much nonsense going on around you, and it's not helping you. If anything, it's slowing you down. Well, Spirit says no more slowing you down over here, Sagittarius. This is not the way it's going to work. This lunar eclipse is going to start pulling things. Guys, can you please remember, too, that when I say these things, it does not mean that it's going to actually happen on the 7th or the 8th of the lunar eclipse. Okay, this can take a month. This can take 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? It takes time for these things to happen. It's just, this is where it's pushing things. You might start feeling, though, at this time that things are starting to take your ground, right? That you are starting to take that control, right? But remember, it's a stepping stone process. Not everything is going to happen exactly on that day. Compassion. 2020, Spirit wants you to understand it's confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be service to others and your potential is enormous. So this is going to bring in this huge release, 999, release, right? As well as it's shifting everything around. And shifts can take weeks, it can take months, right? It's just the due process of how it's traveling. Thank you. Capricorn. Best message for Capricorn, please. Cool. Your inner calling, reckoning, and awakening. You're having a redemption over here of this awakening. I love it. You're having a divine intervention over here. You are ascending to the top. You are making complete breakthroughs. Spirit says, I want you to take this inner calling. You're going to have a big break coming up, guys. It's going to be it. Bless your past and move past anything that was holding you back. You don't have to worry about those anymore. It's time to walk your talk. Okay? It's time to become what you believe you want to be. Okay? Use your manifestation. Use your words. Use your visualization. Okay? Use your laws of assumption. Laws, you know, whatever laws you want to use. Some people use different ones. However, settling. Your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path if you want to settle. Bless your past and move away from it, guys. You're avoiding what needs to be done because it feels too difficult. Bless your past. Okay. That's for some of you. Now, I'm not going to say that for all of you because I actually know some of you, truly, who've been here for a long time, and I know for a fact you're on the right path. Okay? So I'm going to make this a 2-in-1 here. For some of you, if you have not blessed your path and you have not moved past your forgiveness and you haven't really moved past what it is you're doing, right, you're going to be on the wrong path. Give yourself the time and space to evolve and discover your true path, right? For those of you who walk your talk and who know that you're going in the right direction and have empowered yourself, absolutely. Okay. Thank you. You've already reevaluated. You know that you are already where you're supposed to be. You might need to do some course correct like everybody else does. But let's see what you're doing. Your life purpose. There you go. New ideas and inspirations will guide you towards your divine calling. What is meant for you will stay as long as you keep pushing forward. When you ask for what you need, things will align to make your vision real. Okay, so for some of you, do not settle for what you used to do. Okay, that is not going to help you anymore. Okay, allow yourself to do the shadow work. Allow yourself to have the angelic help to push you forward, especially with the Judgment card. Love it, because that's going to help you. Okay, it's going to help you unlock what it is you need to unlock. For those of you who are already there, you're just doing some spiritual work. You're going to find yourself into inspiring new uploads, downloads that are going to help you push where it is that you truly need to be. Use money magic spells to attract wealth and prosperity. Right now, you are being led to discover your unique spiritual journey. And I feel like all of you can do that, because I do believe, yes, that all of you are in this lucky cycle. I have seen this lucky cycle. You guys are all in a lucky cycle. It's just about how you're seeing it. If you're living in the past, you're not going to see the lucky cycle. That is just it, because you're going to be slow, stubborn, and you're just going to sit where you're going to put things off for later, and you're going to be stuck in devil energy. Plain and simple. And I know some are not going to like that, but so sorry. It's like, I'm so sorry, but that's so true. You know, it's going to be one or the other. 1919, because it's all about karmic cycles anyways. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control, because you are not to force things. Learn your lessons so they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for the new experiences. So some of you are going to go through that karmic cycle. We already seen that over here. Lessons learned, karmic cycle, going through this, what's triggering you. So that's definitely for you. For those over here, where you're already on that life purpose, you've already gotten through this area over here, where some of you are still trying to get there. Okay. What's Spirit need to say to you? 1212. Energy levels. The day you're waiting will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your goal, to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in yourself. Love it. Oh, I love that. And drama alert keeps coming up too. So guys, watch the drama. Okay. And watch the drama that's up within yourself as well, as we all can put out drama as well. So it's not always everybody around us. It also can be within ourselves. So take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a null inactivity is just a natural part of the process. So it's literally saying, I want you all to do this. Even if you're on the right path, you're putting yourself on the right, even if you're on the right path, you're going to be on the right path. Those of you who are on the wrong path are going to be shifted. As long as you understand the shift, understand the cycles, and stop making karmic trenches, you will go to the right path. Because it's all about judgment. Because what is 1919 is judgment. What is this card? Judgment. Right? And sometimes it's just unfinished business, right? Something that we just feel like we're just in a karmic, I can't get out of this rut. I can't get off this wrong path because I'm not trusting within myself, or I just keep looking to the past to try to understand what the lesson is. Don't worry about what the lesson is. Just try to get out of the karmic path. If you know, listen and go inward. Do your shadow work. But that's a lot of people, though. You know, you look to the past to try to understand what the future lesson is. What is the experience? What is the old skill? What is it? If you can figure out what the karmic is, guide yourself away from it. Right? Whether it's drinking, smoking, sexual encounters, people that you shouldn't be with, continuing to go back to the ex during Mercury retrograde. Like, seriously. Right? Because those are all cords. Don't worry about how everything is. Just if you know what it is, most of us know what it is. You know what it is, right? You just guide yourself away from it and then just keep meditating and try to get past it. And if you need help, you find the help that's needed. Beautiful lessons, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Because it's definitely shifting you away from that Capricorn. I love it because it's saying you're going to empower yourself. This is change. 1 + 4 = 5. So no matter what, you're empowering yourself. Beautiful. Aquarius. The Lovers. Oh, you got 3 cards. You're going to have a lot of love choices coming out over here with a lot of acceptance. But this, remember, is not always just love as in romantic love, but it can be. But this is about the way you love yourself and the way that you're treating yourself and valuing yourself. This is about lack of commitment and where you might feel like maybe you're procrastinating and not learning 100% from failure, but accepting. But make sure that you understand that when you have a wake-up call with spiritual awakening, that you are having a big break, my friends, no matter how endless it feels. Because for you, Aquarius, it does feel like, look, I do have 2 choices, but it just feels like it's setbacks after setbacks. But you have to find the self-forgiveness within the situation, do this shadow work, because Spirit is really trying to call on you. They want you to understand that you have a lot of self-sabotage. They don't want this self-sabotage to go on anymore, and that's crazy. An Aquarius card coming out for you. There's a lot of self-sabotage that you've been doing there for a while, and it's getting you back to where your commitments are and where you definitely want to travel and trying to 100% reset. You're being reset. You're definitely being reset to your higher self. It almost feels like you've been disconnected from your higher self, and it's resetting you. Yeah, because see, I even seen the powerful 3 in me. Do you see that? Powerful 3 in me, myself, and I. Mind, body, soul. And you're definitely being reset toward your highest goal and highest self. This isn't even about love. I mean, this is about self-love. Your temple, taking care of your temple, your sacred spaces, and resettling yourself. What are you resettling yourself for over here, Aquarius? I love this. What are you resettling for? The bigger picture. And for your own independence. Yes, for your intentions to come in. They're saying, hey, look, if you compromise within this situation to become the spiritual warrior that I want you to be, Aquarius, I'm going to give you everything. I want you to ground yourself. Say that it's okay to not be okay. Don't worry about what direction you're going on right now. Just walk the way you want to walk. Walk away from things that no longer serve you so that way you can recenter yourself. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Thank you, Spirit. You're recentering yourself for the bigger picture. Oh, my. Hold on. Get some money cards here. So what kind of career over here they got? Yes, you're just going to ground yourself. This is ground yourself. You're on this new shift. You have a big break coming in that's going to ascend you into this new course. So this course isn't definitely a course correct for you. But you're collaborating. But I love it because it says you're collaborating to stand your ground for yourself. So this is literally a forgiveness of yourself. Okay. So the card that you have come out is Science. Keep an open mind as something is unfolding just for you. Okay. The past. Something from the past is returning, maybe an old job or an unfinished project. But look to the past to understand the future, which is a lesson and experience or an old skill. Okay, so look to the past to see where it's bringing in. It's actually bringing something from, look to the past to understand the future. You're going to actually understand the future. That's weird because Capricorn had it the other way around. Capricorn's kind of interesting. Though that was because they were using the past to fulfill the future in the wrong way. Okay. Don't do that because, guys, if you are Capricorn Aquarius, I want you to be careful of that. I don't know if that's going to come in. I'm going to do you guys' cusps. I'm going to do their own set again. But if you are a Capricorn Aquarius cusp, be careful of that. Make sure that you are only understanding the future from this point of view to help guide you. Don't use it to try to understand. That's what it was, to try to understand what the lesson was. You were never going to find it that way. Okay. I know that sounds so confusing. I hope you, I hope I said that right. Because it sounds very confusing because it's the same but different. Okay, just leave it there. If you want to watch the Capricorn, just back it up a little bit, right? You'll understand where it's coming from. But yeah, definitely Aquarius over here. It says because you're making slow progress, but you're getting there. right? And this is because you need to have this understanding that luck is actually coming in. Yeah, you're getting on this lucky break, but it's all because you're doing this. This is all because you're getting back to yourself. Wow. Okay. You're getting ready for a lucky break. The actions you take now will lead to abundant success and prosperity in the future. Your perspective might be holding you back with growth and luck. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. 2112, it's up to you. Someone who's watching over you. Could be an ancestor. Good fortune. More than likely it's an ancestor. If it's saying someone. Okay. Good luck, unforeseen forces, and direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true soon. 2112. I'm going to put that there so you remember. You can even write that down. Okay. Oh my God, your next card is 1111. No, is 111. I'm sorry, I thought it was 1111. I was like, what? But that's still a good one. This is where you're going to start feeling like your intuition is guiding you. It's the helping hand that you see within the universe as you're having a divine intervention. That's this here, guys. This is divine intervention. Wow. By what? Unconditional self-love. Once you start having that unconditional self-love of self, the divine says good, because that's what you're supposed to do. Remember, you're holding the vision for yourself, and I'm helping you along the way. Pisces. Abundance, nurturing, fertility, sudden change, upheaval, and chaos. Revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. Okay. Well, going to have some kind of definitely, that's that divine intervention coming out for you too, Pisces, just like Aquarius. So having that nurturing abundance and accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. So it's saying, yeah, this is where you're going to evolve into this situation. This is where you're going to feel like that action is coming towards you. This is where you're going to see what's coming towards you, but it's also going to feel like you want to withdraw. You're only going to withdraw so you can do shadow work. It's almost like everything that was a misunderstanding or everything that you felt was not balanced within the situation is now coming into a balance. So you're going to definitely see some kind of closure coming in with this situation within the divine timing. Anything that you felt was unfair is now coming into, it's going to be justified in coming into the truth for your life purpose. Denial. Perhaps you're insisting that reality be something it's not. Somebody was trying to make you believe that something is not there when something is there. And it says new ideas and inspirations will guide you to your divine calling. Well, that's the divine intervention, because it was, and it is. I say it was because I feel like it's been doing it for a while, but somebody keeps telling you that's not going to happen. Stop saying that. No, it is, because it's going to bring you into something brand new. But I just feel like because they keep, there it is again, gaslighting you into the situation, making you feel like you're imagining something is happening, it's going to be hard. But now Spirit is saying, the eclipse says, no, we're going to settle this for once and for all, and you're going to get a windfall of what it is that you truly need. Oh, yeah, no, because you're going to take action within this situation and become the writer of your own story. Your words are powerful. Use them to manifest more abundance within your life. Absolutely. You're going to have this wake-up call with this tower, with this person, and you're going to say, what? No. Nothing can change what it is that I see. You can't sit over here and gaslight me and tell me that that's not what is going on within this situation. You're going to totally 100% have your intuition wake up on this situation, and you're going to be like, boom, lightning strike. And that's the divine intervening with you. And the divine's going to say, that's not how it works. And then you're going to ascend. And that's going to be your life lesson. The life lesson you're going to learn on this situation was, don't let others gaslight you to believe that they think that they know every fucking thing and they don't know shit. And that, I'm sorry, that is exactly it. And you know that that's the story. Why? Because it's been holding you back from this one situation this whole time. And now it's saying, ah! I don't care if it's your wife, I don't care if it's your kids, I don't care if it's your mom, I don't care if it's your dad, I don't care who, I don't care if it's your boss. Because whatever is going on over here, it's saying that you could have been sharper, you could have been somebody, you could have been made bigger, better in whatever it is that you're doing. And now it's saying, boom, here it comes. Wow, guys, that's amazing. Okay. And that was it for everyone. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.